Hello, welcome to the Price of Fate Tarot. It is approximately 3:45 a.m. on Friday, now Saturday, January 14th. We just passed through the Friday the 13th and all the associated luck traditions with that. Touching each deck that I have out there before we start, I have 4 different tarot decks. I have the Salvador Dali interpretations of the tarot. We have the Philly with Philly characters. We have the Elemental Tarot and the animal deck. So we're gonna do, you know what? Let's see here. I saw some questions in the book for this Elemental Tarot earlier. Elemental Tarot, yeah, I can talk. Maybe that's something that's going on lately. I was having frustration earlier with not talking, but trying to edit something on my computer, and I had to download and clear up all this space and pay for a program on my Mac to get this Mac Keeper and clean it up to just then for it to still tell me, oh, you barely have any space on here. It's like I had deleted 3 whole programs that I kind of don't use, but like, why? I don't understand why they were sort of, I don't know. All of a sudden out of nowhere, I was like, I tried to download a file. Maybe the file was too big, but anyway. I had this, it's their version of the 10 card spread in here, so I'm just going to use the questions. Okay. It goes into the hyperconscious, conscious, and subconscious, but we're just going to ask the questions and see what we get about your situations. In my collective's energies here, so whoever's in my collective right now, we're doing a general. I'm not going to say masculine or feminine. We're just going to say in the collective, so it may not resonate for some people. And probably will if you're here, because I don't have that many viewers. And maybe, I don't know if this is 10 years in the future and I have 10,000 viewers. Welcome. You know what? I'm going to do an odd, since it's, let's pretend it's 10 years in the future, I have 10,000 viewers, okay? It's the cauldron of messages here that we call on. Are there any messages about this situation in the collective's lives at this time? Any messages about this situation that we're going to ask about here in the cards? See, it's just like the cards. If I ask the questions right and something wants to come out, it will come out. Any messages from Spirit? Any messages from our inner selves? Any messages from our past selves? Ooh. Past. Present selves. Jump down on the ledge of the bucket here. I don't know if you can see that. And future selves. Future selves. Okay. Past says the letters I-A. That could be in your name. That could be your state. That would be Indiana. I'm bad with the states. I wrote these down, but I looked it up. Most of them. No, I know them. It's Indiana? Iowa. I think it's Iowa, because IN is Indiana, Idaho is ID. I used to do a job where we had to ship things in UPS envelopes, and we didn't get every state all the time, but I like saw the list of states all the time. So, I don't know, it's probably could just be the letters in combination somewhere in your name, or like the beginning of a word. Like I heard, like I looked at it and it saw like I am, like affirmations. So, and then leaving. I get like leaving behind when I laid it out. So let's see here. We're going to modify some of these questions. That's the past and that's the present. What's the nature of this situation in the past and the physical? Oh, I didn't shuffle. We're going to shuffle. On camera, so everybody sees. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just smashing them together. Just truth wants to come out right now, as usual. The truth always comes out in tarot. Some people are afraid. They say, what if it's bad when you do a reading for them privately? It's never bad unless the truth is something you don't necessarily want to face. Someone leaving, you leaving something behind, or someone, or a situation, or a job, or family, or whatever, you know. Not always bad to go do bad things. You might be leaving your family to go do your pursuits that involve you moving to another country. Look at that Judgment card back out. Something really wants to come out here about this situation. In the past, there was someone who's duplicitous with their energy, or 2 energies around someone else, more than likely, okay? You can see for yourself. And this one, maybe this is leaving, feminine looking Feminine presenting, feminine energy, either or both. Leaving, there's someone left here. Empress energy, so I would get a feeling this is the feminine being stronger over here, and this is leaving behind this very flighty. He's got his wings on here. He's like 1 foot out the door. Page of Swords, someone who hurts you, even though you might make beautiful music together in one way or another. Right, they're out on their own hill. They're all out in the middle of nowhere, okay? And this guy is just, you know, almost in like a desert. I see like sand. And just, you know, in a duplicitous Gemini or just duplicitous energy. Tricky, but loving. Tricky, but loving. But it could be, you know, gotta watch for narcissists and stuff, okay? This is also, like, you know, maybe you were like, no, F no, this guy's swordsy. And I always say, if you watch a lot of my readings, Page of Swords, well, if there could be another Page or Knight, it might just be them right here. Because it's not anything with the color of the skin or anything. It's just the energies. Could even just be women in these, masculine looking. This one's very non-binary. So, Page of Swords, you, somewhat feminine presenting energies, Empress energies. We're like, I am a strong, powerful woman. I'm peacing out. I'm leaving. This guy might still want to ride their bike towards me. I say guy, but you know what I mean. This person. Right. All right. We're probably already at 3-something minutes, and I'm just chit-chatting. 6 minutes to destination. Okay. I gotta shorten these readings. So thank you if you're here watching. Tell us about this situation in our life. Yeah, leaving behind a tough romantic situation or a tough ending to something. Maybe business partners that these two thought they were gonna, you know, have some kind of deal behind the other one's back, and that one found out and was like, yeah, no, I have more power. Taking my power back and leaving this behind. What's the? Whoops! Whoa! These cards are shooting out. The next question is, what's the dominant energy? The dominant, right away, leaving behind. Add my own question. What's being left behind here? Yeah, maybe a love triangle, or again, there's 3 people here. This one's businessy, so maybe it was business. Maybe a partnership fell apart, and someone was, you know, trying to be, okay, I can be friendly to this one, and you know, maybe love this one, but then like, oh, but I might like love this one, or I don't know, it could be both. It could be like a business and a love triangle. Take it how it resonates. You know, follow your own story. I'm just reading the cards and what I feel. Dominant energy. Okay, the central friction. Yeah, what's the central friction card? This was something that seemed like, or felt like, or is one of those loves you dream about since childhood. Then there's a third energy. You're walking away, leaving the stronger, older, like more. I'll pull it up because I left my purple light on today. It's a little darker in here. I forgot to put my white light on, so. And I'm using the phone now, and it's controlled by the phone. Anyway, third energy in the back here. More mature, like looks like one of the bigger figures. These are children. This is the mummers in the other deck or whatever. Or not the deck, but like, you know what I mean. There's patience at the bottom of the deck when I looked at it. Always there. It's always there to remind us. And these are both 6s. Well, the cards just like jumped out of my hand. With death. Ooh, and the book just fell off my leg that I was balancing. Now that could have been gravity, but it's been sitting there for, however, let's see here, 9 minutes so far, and it hasn't moved. Death. Okay, leaving behind. That was the central friction. Okay. Oh. Okay. What's yeah. What's coloring this situation? Oh, yeah, someone walking away. Look at that. The mummer. There's the mummer in different clothes, but you know what I mean. They changed their clothes. It's tomorrow. It's the 8, so it's an increase. You know, it's a more positive number. It's a number numerical, like increase. Walking away with more love for something else or someone else. That's. Let's see here. These are the other cards that flew out. No, it's, I don't know, maybe walking away after like a divorce, or walking towards a business, a contract that really makes you happy. So it could be either of those, or like if you know your own elements of your situation. All right, external wisdom. We're gonna pull out this one I kind of got pulled to pick up. I wouldn't say heard. Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Next card in line. Nothing even pop out. It was just kind of sideways. Let's see here. That's the external wisdom. So it's a time to balance this between if it's a divorce or a painful situation, or just a good one, signing a contract. It's balances in that energy coming in. Okay. Inner wisdom. What do we know at a subconscious level about this? Oh yeah, I was just looking at this book earlier because I don't know all their meanings yet in this book, and both of these cards were in there. And the World was not. I think I looked at the World the other day, so I'm gonna go back to this Chariot and this card again and just get it was kind of like you're where you need to be at and you're ready, but you don't have all the momentum to get there. The dogs are tired. Maybe, like you're worn out. When people say their dogs are barking, there's Cancer energy here. A lot of blues I'm drawn to, and the flowers right now. Water. These two got worn out, and you're still strong. That is the energy here. You're so right, cards. The inner wisdom of the situation, of the nature of the situation. And this one was, can I remember what the Justice in this deck was? Let's see here. It's taking a while. I'm sorry. There's nothing to look at on the screen. Here we go. To find balance in your life, begin with the lowest hanging fruit. Look at things that drain you: lack of sleep, overwork, overconsumption. Take steps to correct your course. Once your material life is in order, you can dig deeper in emotional and spiritual work. The universe will provide you with opportunities to find balance. Seek out experiences that run counter to your usual ways. You may have to see from someone else's point of view, walk a mile in someone else's shoes. And the world. The world is always opening, so I just felt opening. Look at the flowers, flowers, flowers blooming in the spring, something growing. Okay. Okay, where'd that page go? Here we go. How have you got here? What have you come through and what have you integrated? Okay. Let's see here. How you got here? I'm gonna do this stuff. I noticed anyone who channels songs, I don't know if it's me just from not doing right meditation, I haven't been channeling as much lately. Usually before these, and just randomly I was getting a lot of those. I don't know if that's closed, the veil closed for those. Let's see here. How you got here? How'd we get here? I just heard physical. How'd we get here? Our magic that we've been learning about, and making ourselves and making our own way in our creative or spiritual pursuits. What have we come through? What have we come through? Look at where it landed, okay? Those cards just fell. These ones. Look at those wands coming in. How you got here, you did all this inner work. And you've got, what you've gone through is a spiritual experience by this tower physically, of whatever this was back here, right? Whatever this was physically, you've come through it by getting yourself there, right? Doing a lot of the work yourself, learning to balance and understand what's important, what to get rid of. And this is, all those messages and all those hours you've put in on something that you've been working on, and what have you integrated? What have you integrated? try something in the spiritual realm with the wands, right? And it doesn't work out, and it makes you withdraw from your life, and you feel sad and dark on this, you know, whichever side you're on here, and you feel like all the love is lost. That, like, the one that was reaching out before is kind of not in, it's just all not in reach, something like that, where you felt like it was, or maybe is it within reach? It's a 5. So either way, a 5 upright isn't great, and a 5 up isn't great either. It's kind of just all mishmash, right? So something that, you know, there's the 6 of, there's the 5. It's like throwing back into this. Alright, let's see here. Okay, and that was what we integrated. Yeah. Spiritual knowing supersedes physical pain, especially in something that you really love. Person, thing, business, career, endeavor, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever it means to you. But, you know, King of Cups being not open is not a typical. I always see this one as bottled up. And even here, it's like they spilled no matter what direction you hold this card in. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. What lies ahead? The approaching energy, how you'll need to navigate. Okay, what lies ahead? What lies ahead here? What lies ahead? Change. Something that maybe was only a creative pursuit before and you felt like was getting tired out, or, you know, trying to start a business when you're older, or divorcing and, you know, you think you're old and you divorce. That's changing. It did a 180. Okay, and became something that is about to produce, or has produced, or something with ego money results, right? Instead of it just being this thing, you're like, so I gave up my family, I left my family, I'm leaving, going to Idaho, wherever the fuck. Okay, because you wanted to chase that dream. Let's see here. What lies ahead? Okay. What's the approaching energy? What's the approaching energy? New beginning with those pentacles, baby. Those thoughts, those dreams, this like directionality of this cart just flying right into this, and it'll stop the cart if it's flying down, you know, I'm gonna say down a hill, but not down in a bad way. Like, you know, carts on the loose. There's so much cart energy being pulled by these spiritually, creatively wands that are pulling you towards your destination, which is the pentacle. You want that money. You don't want it. It's like a balance here, kind of. I see a good balance, because it's a balance of your creative and a balance of your money. Excuse me. Sorry. Let's see here. Let's see. Approaching energy. Ooh, how will we need to navigate this? You can't go in it with the idea of this, or any idea of losing. You have to go, no, I'm a winner. I'm a killer. I'm a badass. I'm whatever you tell yourself to hype yourself up. You can't think about this as oh no, I love this, and whether I got a divorce, or I left my family, or I really starting something I love, but I had to leave things behind. I'm really with someone I love now, but I had to leave things behind. Doing something I love, but I had to leave something behind after a tower moment of some sort, mental or otherwise, right? An idea about that love, that you just something. Damn, love triangle. Don't think about it if it was love triangle. Whoever it was, if someone you had a love triangle, if that's you, seriously, you gotta let it go, because you'll just collapse this with heartbreak, right? These are all sideways. They're all teetering on the edge of, like, this one could totally drop away, and this one could come right up, and whatever. But, like, if you're not careful, it could all just, like in Mario, when you leave the little logs up after you jump on it, and, like, you jump in it, you know? Right, be careful there. Okay, that's how you have to navigate it. What's our inner drive here? What's the inner drive? I felt like I should pick these ones up on it before. What's the inner drive here? What's the inner drive? Okay. That was weird. I don't see too many, but let's see here. Will we get duplicates or anything? We got the inner drive is, right? Even though someone's, there's that Ace of Swords, okay? My microphone just fell off because I was like, let me look up I'm gonna look up this damn Ace of Swords in this one, I think, in this book, because it came out twice, and I don't want to just say the same thing for the Ace of Cups. Well, that just means, okay. Your intellect and communication, both internal and external, gleam with clarity. Now is the time to cut through any dusty, tangled webs to reveal the core of the issue. Allow yourself the quiet and solitude to hear and interpret the inner voice, yearning to be set free, and stay open to messages making their way to you from the universe. Once your mind is set, speak fearlessly and trust that your message will be heard as intended. Okay, right? So someone, with the question in mind, inner drive, what motivates you? This is, you have to speak your word, especially if it's about a divine partnership of some sort. I feel I sensed a little bit of an unmatched energy, just a slightly off that I don't usually see in this one. It's kind of like an optical illusion, and the description in the book is sort of like, make sure, even if you're totally different, that you still line up and like whatever, you know what I mean? Just play footsies under the table, I felt like, or something. The Magician is in this book, I just read it, it's like you're working on so many things and you're powerful in all of them, but you have to make sure you pick the one that's going to yield the best results and before you go charging forward, especially towards love. This is an 8 of Cups again. Something here going towards, maybe they're not leaving, maybe this was leaving something behind, but now there's something else here that's just looks like this. Looks like this. It's the same energy. It's a Knight of Wands, right? This is Page of Wands right here. It's the creative. It's this control of the universe. Master of the universe has a very similar energy if I put them like that, right? And it's just, I have like kind of like a sigh or something of relief I just got about just kind of being like, over now. Whatever was here was over now. And it's charging onward with love in your heart, behind you, but in front of you too. Right? And making your own, you motivate your love maybe motivates you, really maybe true love motivates you, the idea of it, and making that happen with, even if it had some kind of swordsy, whatever, but the sword, this sword's nice in this deck. So is this one. Neither of these are painful swords, really. It's a little gray. This one's mystical, it has like mysticism. Just, be impeccable with your word. Whoa, just wanted to like dive on top of that. Alright. Transformation, how you're meeting the world, how it comes back to you, your opportunity to shift, your interaction with the world around you. Where are we at? Okay, 24:24, right when I looked at the clock. I was going to be like, this is going to be a 45-minute reading. And guess what, guys? If it is, thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. I don't charge anything for these. I do personal readings. If you feel like you would like one, I'm honestly negotiable on the price, but I feel like $15 for a half an hour or so of this is pretty reasonable. I'll take like your Venmo or whatever you have, PayPal or something. I'm not a scammer. I'm just a person, and I do these for free because it makes me feel good to do it. And I think I see sometimes people I know and things. I'll go, oh, this reminds me of this one reminds me of someone I know. It's not me necessarily. I don't want to make it fit, but I'm just reading general today, so I try not to even think too much of my own situations when I do these. I just kind of go, okay, next set of questions here. Our transformation. Since this is out of this book, I kind of want to use this deck. Let's see here. With regards to the transformation, how is the collective meeting the world now? How is the collective meeting the world? I kind of heard your Dolly one before I started. How is the collective meeting the world? Guess what? The Three of Swords is at the bottom. Oh, they're coming. They're charging right in. They're charging in. Look at this collective here. If I had to guess with you, this would be the masculine collective. Charging in. That is how you're changing after all of this, and which is actually this energy of that, of both this person leaving, this one charging forward. I think I said charging. I don't know. This one going forward truthfully, honestly, even if the truth hurts. Like I said at the beginning of this reading, people are scared sometimes of the truth. They'll say, what, is this going to be bad? And like, this might be bad for someone. They might go, shit, I have to sign those divorce papers, or I have to get a divorce, or I have to sign this contract to go move to Texas and leave my family to go be somewhere else and do the thing I love that I've been working on so much, and that's gonna hurt because I'm worried about that guy that my wife's work husband, or you know. I'm sorry, I should have got water before I sat down. I said it to myself in my head. I'm gonna blow my candle out so it doesn't get worse. Okay. So yeah, is that work? Wife really choked someone up out there. They want to stab someone. Don't stab anybody, guys. Okay, just go out and be honest. If you want, you know what? If you have someone that like your wife cheated on you or something, if that rings a bell, or I don't know, you're a man and your husband cheated on you, go and you want to go walk up to that person and be like, "Fuck you! I know what you did," and you just do it. They might try to hit you, but hey, it's worth it. Honestly, try to hit them back. Get arrested at work. No. It's sometimes just speaking your mind is not, you're not being rude if you say something that's true to someone. That's how you feel about it. You can't say it's a fact if it's just your feelings, but you can be like, hey, I feel like you made me feel like shit when you fucked my partner, or whatever. I don't know, and they can just be like, oh, okay, you're corny, or they might even be like, oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry, they told me you two were on a break, or whatever, you know? Or if it's money-wise, like, oh, they told you about this. It's not always love. It's something you love, or someone, or whatever. But let's see here. Okay. How you're meeting the world now. All right, what? Oh, okay, and we're going to see what's going to come back to the collective, okay, after they meet the world with this swords energy, where they're like, boom. What's going to come back energetically? What's going to come back energetically? Okay, I got 2 cards here, and then what's going to come back physically? I'm adding this. Oh, okay. All right, this was energetically. What's going to come back? Right, you're going to get the stability and the truth coming out that you want, you've earned, that you deserve, and you're going to get the in the physical. Okay. You're going to get like a return of whatever spiritual or creative investment you put into something here with these pentacles, because you got like this, you know, I always say like nest egg for this one, and this is obviously a piece of a cut down tree, so it's kind of like that used to hold that up. Now this is coming here, right? Physically, this energy is coming this way. Okay. Let's see here. Opportunity to shift. What's our opportunity to shift interaction with the world around you? Transmuting. Okay, I like that one. What's our... Let's see here. Transformation. Your opportunity to shift your interaction. What's our opportunity to shift our interaction? Okay, that is a shake-up. That's a 6 of Wands. So that's after the shake-up of the 5 of Wands cards. Usually, it's like something starts to reform. A minute ago, these were all over the place, but now it's like, okay. It's kind of like a little road sign, or like a talisman, or a sigil or something. It's like kind of coming back to grounding and like being more of a stable little house again, building something out of these wands and these sticks instead of them just blah floating around, because then when they're all lined up, it's the 8. So we got a 6 and an 8 and a 6 and an 8. Is this something you really love here, or someone, or both? Interesting collective. Look at you. Okay. It's your opportunity to shift the world. Okay. Let's see here. Your interaction with the world. Or your interaction with the world. Right? By rekindling, reforming. External drive, your hopes and fears. And let's see here. We get external drive and then your hopes and fears. So we're going to get our external drive. Physically, let's see. She's back. Look how much I love her, them, they. Doesn't matter what you call a person, what they present as. This is the same card that came out at the pre-shuffle. Okay. Tying together here what you masculines want to go towards and say something about. And since there's 2 swordsies here, I'm going to say like one is you want to get all dressed up and go charging as a knight towards this one here with arms. I heard like with arms wide open with that stupid Creed or whatever. And I just said I haven't heard any songs in a while. See, the spirit's always there listening to you. You have to be careful. It's like a little radio transmitter right to my source. Your source, our source, the web, whatever. I've been calling it the web lately. Alright? And then there's another one here that's a little, this one, even though it's the page in this deck, is so downtrodden and sad and just like listless or something. And he's like, I don't know, should I say sorry and take flowers, or should I go chop the bitch's head off? No, I didn't. I'm not promoting violence here. I'm kidding. But that one gives me this energy of this person's face. So I get no shadow, okay? Their face. Very just, even if she chose, like, it's like maybe this one is this one. She chose someone else. They chose someone else. That 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, love triangle energy. And you had to be like, shut that the fuck down, whatever it is. Or bad partnership with work people, LLC or something. I say stuff like that sometimes. A music group. And that can often involve those love triangles and stuff too, because people like to mix too much business and pleasure. Okay? If you had to let that go and charge onward here, collective, and charge onward, you've come into this place of being honest about what you really love. Look at that 2 love and 2 ace of swords cards. Being honest about what you really, really love. Really, really, truly. And making a call when that's you know, if this one has a sword, the other one has a sword. You're always in mirror energy of someone that you are thinking about and focusing on, okay? It doesn't matter if it's romantic or not, but a lot of times, like, you know, that's a battle, and it needs to be split, settled, I don't know, separated, whatever. You're capable of making your own magic, and you need to focus on the right one. You got too many things maybe going on, or beware of that, okay? Cancer energy, I felt like saying right here. This one, going towards divine guidance, right? And what divine guidance is saying is, after all this work you've put in, you're heading towards stability in the grandest ways with this thing that you work on so very much to come into this. And maybe there was a failed love attempt here. Perhaps it seems like there really was for some people, that made you bottle up love. But now if you manage to, what do? That is how you're meeting the world now. You're coming in like this. And if you want to love someone, or even just you're afraid of loving yourself too much, because then that might attract a good relationship. I think that's me sometimes. You were like charge towards this feminine that came back out, because there's a balance and a duality here of partnership, harmony, flames, orange, that color deck, this different deck, you know what I mean? Tying it together Judgment here. There's always the truth at the end of the. That was with I don't know where that was, but Judgment. It comes back around. Let's see here. Transformation. Your opportunity to shift. Yeah, that's your opportunity. There is line up these spatial. I don't know. I heard spatial something. Like your spatial awareness. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. What's your external drive here? Your hopes and fears. What's your external drive? Look at that Ace of Pentacles. You mother lover. And this is your Queen of Cups. That's the Queen of Cups in this deck. This is your divine love, feminine, or maybe your mother even, right? That's so you're maybe like trying to build up stability and make your mother proud or something. External drive, hopes and fears, coloring actions and perceptions. Yeah, so it's like all about this motivation to go out and get something. I don't know what I heard. Right. Key card. Ooh. What wisdom to hold as your true north to guide you through this process? Key card. What wisdom to hold you as your true north? Oh. The Hanged Man. Let's look up the definition for this Hanged Man in this deck. Let's see here. Open your mind to the world of possibilities that lie outside of your view. Push further than you ever have. You cannot do this simply as a thought exercise. You're going to have to get more creative and more active. Travel to the places you've never been. Learn language. Rearrange your furniture. Take new routes to regular places that you go. Anything that gets you out of your normal surroundings and routine, and the further the better. This opening will take time. Allow the process to unfold and develop at its own pace. Everything you need to move forward will be here waiting for you when you return. Integrating this new perspective can be disoriented. Give yourself space and time to get steady on your feet. Perspective shifts are seismic. Do not be fooled into thinking that simply acknowledging a different point of view is enough. Your world should be turned on end when you're through with this project. If not, go back in for more expansion. It's something about taking mushrooms at the bottom of that. Yeah, there's mushrooms on that card. Expand your mind. Well, what's going on from this deck? Anything messages here for our collective? Right on the man. Energetic upgrades are taking place. Ooh. Be patient with yourself while this happens. You might feel sick, weird pains, tired, not tired, insomnia. How should our energy be moving into the next few weeks for the collective here? How should that collective's energy be? That's too much energy. All right, that's what's today. What did I say it was? The 14th? Yeah, so how about between now and January 31st, how should our energy be? Oh, pouring love into yourself, mostly. But also, if it's the one you love, if you want to do that, or just the idea of them, do it. That's this feminine here. What else? Anything else energetic we should be doing? Stay steady and patient and receptive to this mother figure or feminine energy. And I just look for the little one cuddling, especially if this is your mother, someone who takes care of their mother. Any more energies like that? More energies that collective needs to know? Any shadow messages here that we're not seeing? Like something. Look at that tower. It's in the past. Let it go, let it go. Any more shadow messages about this battle? Queen of Swords. This was a battle. Either you got a divorce, need to get a divorce, ex-wife, love triangle, bad partnership at work. You put up a fight here that was phenomenal. Everyone put up a great fight. Okay, there was 2 swords. What did we see here? 2 swords. Everyone put up a good fight. Okay. You had your time to do it. Whatever happened here. And if you went to court, you had to settle something. You signed that Ace of Swords. Now is your time. Or if you signed the divorce papers and you fell in love with someone else, now is your time. If you signed a lease to a new city and you're here and you found someone you love, great. You love them. It's fantastic. Okay. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Understanding that within you is the truth. Okay. And you alone, by softening to whatever this new energy. Any more shadow messages? New energy. I was kind of thinking in my head, should I pick up the physical deck and ask what new energy is coming in here? Someone very special, very powerful, very secure in love. Or you're just going to be able to, if it's like the mother thing, you're going to be able to help you take care of your mother forever. They are your Queen of Wands. Let's see here. And Queen of Cups. What does our collective need to do in the physical? Relax into the 2 of Cups energy. Reach out or take something you're offered or wait or whatever I don't know. 2 of Cups. Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups. We had Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords. It's all progressive energy here in this situation in your life. Whatever you left behind in the Tower moment that happened, whatever it was, you're facing towards this love, this divine Lovers and the 10 of Cups, divine, beautiful thing, person, situation, whatever. It's a lot of love here. What else physically is coming towards the collective? Physically, anything else to watch out for in the next week? How should this person move forward? Ace of Cups with my King of Wands. I'm gonna have to look real quick. I think no, the kings are always no. I shouldn't say that. I'm still learning. Don't be mad at me. That is my. Oh, I am learning. It's King of Wands. More detail is coming into view now. Okay. I'm seeing things clearly, and maybe something is burning here that this Knight of Wands energy reflects. Like I said, it could either be another night, or it could just be, wow, okay, I've really settled into this idea of matrimony. Weird. It's like a word I would think. Oh, look at that. It's like a very similar. They may put up a fight. It's the 6. Look, it's the 6. And there's those X's. Right? It's mirrored. It's mirrored. Remember this is mirrored in like pleasure and pain, but so like exponential increase of, I feel like, of 6 to the 6th power. And when you do that, when you get those energetically, when you get those swords under control within you and make the decision here and finally go, okay, I'm getting rid of this old one. Old Swordsy is out because I got Wandsy on the way. My Queen of Wands here coming in. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands twice. I didn't even see it. Why don't you guys point it out to me? Queen of Wands twice. Surrounded, coming in so quickly, energetically. Even if it's just energetically, you know you have the support of someone, a mother, girlfriend, wife, friend, female friend, whatever. As soon as you get rid of this old nagging female energy that you're like tired of, and there was a tower moment anyway, and you were like, oh no, I'm leaving my family or whatever, or I have to go take this job and relocate, my wife doesn't want to come. She might cheat on me. Okay, let it go, because then either way you've got this rise coming in, rise in energy in a person. Any more messages here from the spirits? Any more messages from the inner selves? Any more messages from outer selves. So maybe Phoebe. Oh, there's this messages raining out, so we're just gonna read them. I'm tired, you guys. I should go to bed. I gotta take better care of myself. Is that NY, New York, maybe? Or those letters. What did we have? We had IA and NY. Broad spectrum energy. That's very kind of much like this card. The cat's out there. Health. I got health the other day. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Someone could know. Someone who maybe said no before, or just the letters NO, or well, technically on. Dancing. Dancing in the streets. Something is energetically bubbling here. I just felt or heard. Yeah. Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck when I picked it up. Another 2 and then 4. Balancing out in love of what you love here. What's this person need to know about the sin you love in the physical the most? There is a reading I just changed the titles of from like a day or 2 ago, where the King of the Swords and the Queen of Swords came out as two. There was like a divine feminine and divine masculine counterparts, partnerships, and they were. I had to do it as 2 separate readings. They're literally only a few days ago. I might have put like part 1 in the description 1, but not 2. I didn't know how to label it. But I don't usually do separate like masculine and feminine. I don't know. It's just very funny to me because also still here it's again Queen of Swords. It's like this keeps coming up as the primary focus. And what else if we shift the primary focus from these two, from this old energy, what are we gonna see? 4 of Cups. It was just at the bottom of the other deck. I think it might still be down there. It is. 4 of Cups. It's satisfaction now, being able to choose what you want instead of just what you had been handed in the past. Even if it was a divine counterpart or something, soulmate, no matter. It's now moving towards satisfaction. Let's see confirmation. What's confirmation here? Yeah, could. Hello, McFly. Could I be more clear? Fixation on the past in a hurtful way is not going to bring anyone new. The music just stopped that's been on for hours. If that's not more of a confirmation, to make it clear to you, you can only hear my voice right now. You're paying attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Focusing on a hurtful past with someone, even if it's like not a hurtful past. Let's say it's you're worried about them cheating because maybe they cheated before, maybe they lied before, whatever. You guys have like. Focusing on that is not going to bring this in. You have to then focus on contentment in love, even if it's just self-love and going, I'm going to choose this when I'm ready or whatever, okay? Deciding it's time. I don't know. It's King of Cups at the bottom deck. I was going to shuffle another card out, but I'm not going to do it because you got your Ace of Cups and your Queen of Cups and your King of Cups. Don't be afraid. And if you're dealing with addiction, sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, whatever, and that's keeping you, that's your swords, and that's what you two fight about, fix that. Fix that now you're a grown person. Or if you're, if it's your person and you need to tell them, if you need to go and tell them you need to get rehab or whatever, you need to do that because you need to be in this energy. Look how nice it is compared to scary gritty. Okay? It's the divine love of self or thing or expansion or he's back from the beginning of the deck still thinking about how divine, there they are from the free shuffle. There's such a better option out here than duplicity, and inexperience or injustice or whatever is going on over there, and fears. And my mind is blown sometimes. I'm hoping that if you made it, I think this is the longest reading I've ever done. It just said 50 minutes and 11 seconds. Wow. Thank you. You're wonderful. Enjoy your life.